So, call myself waiting on a few mechanics to come out and look at my truck. Son just told me, yo, man, listen, just get under there and do what you do. So what I did was I took a screwdriver, I put it on both of the leads for the starter. It gets power there. So that made me realize that one of the wires that go from the alternator to, it's like a whole bunch of spaghetti, but if you see it, you will understand it. Like once you understand where power and ground goes. But one of the wires that go from there to back there, that zigzag, one of them was corroded to the point where when I opened it up, a whole bunch of dust came out of it. So I changed that, and I changed all the other wires. I changed them all one at a time. I ain't trying to be out here acting like no fucking pro. I changed them one at a time, and then bam, got them, turned my key, truck start right up. Vroom. Alternator charging at 14 volts, 40 amps. So now I'm ready to get back to it. I'm talking to the guy at the dealership where I'm ordering the stuff, and he like, bro, who's gonna do this work for you? He said, you know, it's very hard for guys to, you know, get out here and you know, get your shit fixed. I'm like, yeah, so I'm gonna do it myself. I got a lot of tools of my own. So I got out there, I got my tools, bam, got under there. It took me a while. The hardest part about it was that since my truck wasn't running initially, to turn that steering wheel so I could climb under the truck, so I could lay under the truck comfortably without being stuck between the steps, that was the hardest part. But once I got that stuff off, everything came off, no problem. And right in time to get back to the money, because if y'all notice these last couple weeks with them up in striking up in Canada and at the Canada and United States border, like the rates are in the toilet to the point, so much so that I was out in Denver, Colorado the other day. Matter of fact, even Salt Lake City, I'm gonna tell you it in order. Even in Salt Lake City, Utah, I was sitting at the truck stop. And hold on a second. I was sitting at the truck stop. And the trucks are still at the truck stop all day. You like, wow. You know, I'm thinking like, damn, you know, early in the morning when you be at a truck stop, it'd be like probably like 3 or 4 trucks there. Out of probably like, let's say 70 spaces, it'd be like 3 or 4 trucks there. Like around 4 or 5, you see guys walking around their trucks doing their pre-trips. They're pulling up to the fuel island. Some guys going in to go take showers, get coffee, get their day started, like doing all the stuff to get rolling for that day. And then they breaking out of there. You get what I'm saying? But the rates are so down and so messed up that these guys are just sitting at the truck stops, idling, waiting for good loads or stuff like that. And it's hell to be caught out there because, you know, I took a load from Connecticut to Salt Lake City, a Stanley load. They gave me, I think I made $10,000 for that. It was light. It was only probably about like 7,000 pounds of stuff. But I took that from Connecticut to Salt Lake City, and then I had a connecting load out of Salt Lake City going up to like right outside of Seattle, probably like 45 minutes outside of Seattle, and I didn't take that load. And then when I didn't take that load, the market just dried up because I had that load going to Seattle, and I had another load for like 12 or 13,000 coming out of Seattle going down to the bottom of Florida. Not the bottom of Florida, Tampa, middle of Florida. And I'm like, all right, well, I could rock that. And that was only like 12,000 pounds. I end up turning down the Seattle load, and then bam, all hell broke loose. I'm sitting at the truck stop for 2 days, waiting, trying to get a load out of there. End up deadheading from Salt Lake to Denver, Colorado. Get to Denver, Colorado, same deal. Can't get nothing out of it. The truck stop is packed. The lot lizards having a ball out there. These truckers spending everything they got. So I sit there for a few days and realized I couldn't get nothing out of there. So I deadhead down to Amarillo, Texas. And then I get a load out of Amarillo to Charleston, South Carolina. And that was heavy. It was some carbon stuff. But I ended up doing that for like $4,300. The market just completely fell off pertaining to this stuff right here. So from here on out, like, you know, good thing that what happened to my truck happened to my truck. It gave me some time to sit down and just, you know, fix all the stuff with my truck. Sat here, changed my oil, did a real good inspection on it, fixed some of the lights on my trailer, replaced air lines, and all types of little stupid stuff so I could get rolling, you know what I'm saying? So I'm ready to go again, man. But just, it'll do you real good for you to, it'll do you tremendously good for you to carry a good set of tools with you, a nice impact gun, nice impact sockets, Allen wrenches, penetrating oil for that stuff, because this stuff comes in handy. When I tell you it comes in handy, it comes in handy. Especially for times like this when you got these guys that's telling you, like, yo, I got you, I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna do this to your truck and I'm gonna look at your truck. And what he was charging me, what he said he was going to charge me to come out and look at it and do all that stuff, would have cost me about $600-700. Parts and like 2 hours worth of labor of my own. I wasn't going nowhere anyways. It ended up costing me about $240. And I had change to go take myself out to go get me something to eat. Learn to do a few of these things on your own, you'll never be stranded.